I cannot believe how much traction the Scott Pilgrim video got. It as of recording right now, the Scott Pilgrim video has 21,000 views. I only posted it like less than 2 weeks ago. Also, something to note, my channel, which was previously at around 60 subscribers, now has 239 subscribers. I was planning on doing something like this for the 100 subscriber milestone, but I didn't even get any time to do that because people kept subscribing. So thank you all so much for checking out my channel, checking out that funny video I made, just like completely on a whim. I'm very grateful for all the support. But in celebration of that, I figured it'd be fun to do a fun little Q&A. I can't promise that a ton of videos will be coming soon because over the next few months, I will be working on an animated short. I'm in my last year of college right now, and I'm working on like my big final film for my program. So that's gonna take up a lot of my time. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, let's get into the questions. My friend, Shamar asks, who or what inspired you to pursue animation? Honestly, I didn't know I wanted to pursue like art and animation until like a few years before I got into college. Like, what was the story? It was that I was a teenager. I remember that at least. And I had gotten into this like friend group online, and a lot of them were artists, and at that time I was still like trying to figure out what I wanted to do with myself. And I remembered as a kid I used to like drawing, and I love drawing like cartoons I watched, like SpongeBob, and I love doing that. So I remembered that I had a bit of a passion for that, and I just decided, hey, I want to explore this a little more. Next thing you know, I decided that, yeah, I kind of want to pursue animation. It seems like a fun field to be in. It seems a bit stressful right now, but you know, I think you know, the experience will be worth it, I hope. It seems like I'll get a lot out of it. But yeah, I don't think I would have gotten like that realization if I hadn't met that friend group online. So, you know, if any of you are watching, thank you so much for just like being good people and being fun to talk to and just being encouraging, because it was a lot of fun to find my footing with like how I want to draw stuff. And I'm still figuring it out. This is like a never-ending journey, but it's been a lot of fun. I'm very glad that I'm very happy and grateful that I found that group and we like got to know each other. It was very wonderful. Then I funny thing, I never animated anything until my first quarter of college. I got a drawing tablet, and I was beginning to learn a program that my mom bought me, Clip Studio Paint. And I learned that program has animation capabilities, and I was testing it out before classes started. And yeah, that's where it all began. I still have the videos, the animations that I've made. I might put them in the video, but yeah, this is those are the beginnings. Next question from Clara B.jpg. What is your favorite animated movie of all time, and why is it Disney's Chicken Little, the 2005 comedy adventure? Excellent question. Of course, you read me like a book. Of course, Chicken Little is the best. Everybody knows this. If you don't know it, that's your fault. I'm sorry, man. Fun story is in my first when I got to college, and we had like our first like big like animation class in person. Our professor was an animator that had worked on Chicken Little, which blew my mind. At the end of the class, the professor asked like, "Hey, does anyone have any like last questions?" And I said, "Hey, can you sign my Blu-ray of Chicken Little?" So I have a Blu-ray signed by a Disney animator of this beautiful movie. Yeah, I'll be the first to admit, Chicken Little is not the greatest movie. I have this weird fondness for it. I think everybody hopefully has some movie like that where they're like, you know, the movie's not fantastic. It has plenty of issues, but you just can't escape it. You just can go back to it anytime and just be like, I'm having a good time with this. That is Chicken Little for me. I have this strange love for this movie, even though I know there are flaws. There are definitely flaws, but I can always go back to it for a good time. Chicken Little is very special to me. I will never stop thinking about it. It's always gonna be there. Joy Furu asks, would you ever take the risk to create your own animation studio? Unfortunately, I think I'm too stupid to run an animation studio. Realistically, I fear that I don't know enough about what it takes to run an animation studio. I have plenty of classmates and colleagues who have talked about wanting to do it, and I fully support them. Like, that's an incredible goal to have. I just don't think I personally have enough of an understanding of what goes into that. I would love to learn, because, you know, I always love to be aware of stuff. As for if I would do it, I don't know. It's hard to do, because, like, you gotta have a lot of confidence. You have to have a lot of, like, know-how of both, like, how the industry works and how a studio works. Like, that takes a lot of work. I don't think I have enough of an understanding on how that would work and how to do that, but, you know, if a friend of, like, I have friends who say they want to do this, and I'd be willing to, like, hear them out and help them out if possible. I think that would be great. Like, that would be a great experience. That'd be a once-in-a-lifetime experience, honestly. Like, no, I don't know if I would do it on my own, but I'm happy. I would be happy to help any of my friends and any of my colleagues who want to pursue this. Like, that's incredible. Heart Candy asks, congrats on 200. Question, what is the worst animated film / show you've seen? That is tricky, actually. I'm not super sure about a film. Although, in regards to a show, me and my friends from home, we have been watching through The Dragon Prince on Netflix. It's made by the guys who made Avatar, I'm pretty sure. And most of it has been good, but we got to the first season of the time skip that happens. I think that's season 4. I don't remember, but we did not finish that season. Oh god, it just took this fat dive down. It's so bad, dude. The writing quality just went so low. It's really bad. It's so sad to witness. I'm willing to return to it, but, like, oh lord, that was a terrible first impression. We watched a good chunk of episodes, and I don't know when we'll return to it, unfortunately. My good friend Sid asks, what's the best type of Pikmin? I'm a little boring. Most of the time I'll just say, like, oh, I love the red Pikmin. They're usually my favorite. It's a little basic. They're like the first Pikmin you get, but realistically, dude, it's gotta be the purple Pikmin. I love how these guys look. They're so silly. They're so helpful, and they're so goofy. I love this guy. I love that I have a plush of him. He's so awesome. Seth asks, could Little Something beat Goku? Yes, of course. I don't even have to debate this. My good dear friend Connor of Kungle Art, go subscribe to him. He's great too. We make videos together sometimes. He asks, what's a project you'd like to do if given the time? That's a really good question, man. I've kind of, like, tried to figure out what I would like to do. That's been, like, a whole thing for a while in regards to, like, me doing animation. It's like, what do I want to do with this? Realistically, I want to make something that can, like connect with somebody, like, in any way. Just, like, make them laugh, make them cry, make them, like, think about something, make them learn or feel something. That's the main thing I want to do. Like, I want to make something that impacts someone, like, that sticks in their head for a good reason and is just, like, memorable somehow. Because that's the kind of media I value. Like, I love a good story and good characters that make me think and make me, like, think about life. Like, that's some of the most value I think you can get out of animation. and just like movies and shows and games in general. Like that's just a beautiful thing you can do. It's really hard to do, but if you like have the right idea and you work with the right people in the right environment, then I think it's possible. I don't think I have that idea yet, but I am certain that I can think of something that will have that sort of impact. I'm very excited about it. That's in regards to like an original thing. I mean, I could do it with like an existing IP if I wanted to. Like I would love to work with Pikmin. I would love to do it like a Pikmin like comic or a Pikmin short. That would just be really fun. I think there's a lot of potential there, especially with the character depth of Captain Olimar. He's a husband. He loves his family, but he misses them so much because he's always away from them. And I think there's a lot of potential there. That would be a lot of fun to work on. My dear friend Evan, Bilbo Bobby Toucan Sam asks, would you ever do commission work? Yes, I would love to do commission work. I have said many times on my own time, like I would love to do commission work. I am just so bad at setting it up. Like I set myself up. I have like prices in mind a long while ago. I just never made a sheet, and I've always hesitated on it. I would love to finally do it. I think that's got to come after I graduate though, because like I said, pretty much all of my time is going to be spent on making my short film. So there's not going to really be any time to do like drawing requests or commissions. But after college, like I would love to. That would be so much fun. My dear friend Ashling has sent in 2 questions. We'll start with she sent in a deep one and a silly one. We'll start with the deep one. The deep question is, what is something about yourself that you find hard to understand? It took me a little bit to think about this, but I think something I keep tackling is my drive and my worry about working on something that will take a long time. Like I have to mentally prepare myself for the kind of dedication I have to apply to this, and just like make sure that I'm still like into the idea and still just like willing to work on it, because I feel like I worry a lot about how ideas will come up and then I'll be hit with the disappointment that they're never gonna happen. But you know, I gotta work on making more ideas a reality. Like I love making videos, but I know I don't have a lot of time to make videos. But when I do want to make a video, I want to make it matter. I want to make it fun. Whether it's like a longer one or, you know, like the Scott Pilgrim video, which literally came to me like while I was getting off the train. I was like, oh, I can make a video on this. So I went to Walgreens and bought some drinks and made a little thing, and I made the video and it uploaded the next day. Like that didn't take that long, and it was really fun. So I gotta like try and pace myself a little better with both fun videos and like art and animation. So I think that's what I would say. And the silly question is, would you rather have fingers as long as your arms or arms as long as your fingers? Probably arm length fingers, because imagine how funny it would be to both see that and poke people from that far away. Tiny Watercraft asks, what's your favorite game series ever, and how'd you get into it? I'm glad you asked, because if you look at this shelf over here, you'll see that all of the games in my favorite series are now available to purchase on the Nintendo Switch. It's Pikmin, dog. I love Pikmin. Oh my god. I got into Pikmin through Super Smash Brothers. I was a little kid when Super Smash Bros. Brawl came out on the Wii, and I was looking through the roster, and I was like, who's this guy? When I found Captain Olimar, and I was like, who is this guy? He seems really cool. I had the feeling like his series was pretty niche, and I wanted to give it a shot. So I found some playthroughs online, and that was history. Like, I got Pikmin 2 on the Wii. Eventually, I got Pikmin 1. I was there for Pikmin 3's launch on the Wii U, and I was so excited when Pikmin 3 got ported to the Switch. And Hey Pikmin also happened. That game is okay. I don't like it that much, but you know, it's not the worst thing ever. But oh my god, I wish I got this on recording, but The Pikmin 4, oh my god. Pikmin 4 took like 10 years to come out. I would love to do an entire video on Pikmin. Pikmin 4's reveal meant so much to me. I remember it so clearly. I wish I got it on recording, but my phone glitched out and I couldn't get it. But I know like there was going to be a Nintendo Direct the next day, and somebody on Twitter had noticed that Nintendo had put Pikmin 3 Deluxe on the Nintendo eShop's homepage, and me being a Pikmin fan saw that and went, huh, I'm not going to get my hopes up, because every time Pikmin fans get their hopes up, nothing happens. But we're watching the Direct, and then Mr. Miyamoto comes on screen and says, I'd like to talk about Pikmin. And then he shows the mobile game, which is, I like the mobile game, but that was really mean. That was really evil of him to do that. But then he says, now on to the main event, and he shows the game that has been 10 years in the making. I remember being a kid and seeing the first like article saying Pikmin 4 is nearing completion. I was in a car with my mom, who also loves Pikmin, and we were very excited to hear the news. But that was so long ago. I believe that was like 2015 or 2014. I know Pikmin 3 came out in 2013. So it was either 2014 or 2015 that article came out. We fast forward to 2022, and Pikmin 4 gets revealed. And I screamed so loud in the living room. I don't usually do that. That's a lie. I scream a lot. I yell a lot. I'm a loud person, but I don't usually get that super excited about a game announcement. But Pikmin 4 has been like my dream game for many years. And it came out this year, and it was my favorite game of the year. I love this game. It might be my new favorite game ever made, because I used to say Pikmin 1 is my favorite game ever made. It bounced around. Pikmin 1, Pikmin 3. I think Pikmin 2 is still great. It's just not my favorite. Pikmin 4 does so much great. I love this game so much, and I deeply implore you to give the series a shot. Like, all 4 of these games are on Switch. Pikmin 1 and 2 is a great package. This is $50. You can get each Pikmin 1 and 2 individually for $30 on eShop. That's a bit steep, but these games are fantastic. And you can start with any of them, really. 2 is a bit hard and unfair, but it's also very funny. I think you can start with any of the 4 games and have a good time. I love Pikmin. Maybe I'll do a whole video on Pikmin eventually. That would be a lot of fun. That's gonna do it. Again, thank you all so much for checking out my channel, checking out that Scott Pilgrim video. It was a lot of fun to make that. I hope you stick around. I hope you check out any more videos I make in the future. I don't really care if they pop off as much as the Scott Pilgrim video did. Like, as long as I'm having fun, I'm just here to have a fun time. That's my main goal. I just want to make videos that are fun, both for me to make and for you to watch. So that's my goal. That's the main thing I want to get out of this. So again, thank you so much for checking all of my stuff out. And I hope you stick around. Oh, hang on a second. We actually got one more question. The final question we have for today is from my good friend John, who you might remember from the legendary Spider-Verse Whopper video where he played Mr. Spider-Man. That's one of my favorite videos that I've ever made. Me and him, we just had this idea. It was delightful. It was wonderful. I love it so much. Thank you for the memories, John. I'm excited to hang out with you again. Anyway, John, my dear friend John, asked, the Industrial Revolution changed the face of the modern novel forever. Discuss, citing specific examples. That is not a question. Disqualified.